I'll go on and say, this is the most controversial Black Ops 1 Zombies map. What's up, guys? It's Jerry App. Today we're talking Shangri-La in today's Minisode. This is one I really hated when it first came out. I honestly really did not care for this map. This is one that you come back to and you realize that it's actually a solid made map, and it offers a really hard challenge. And they give you a little bit of the tools to succeed. But yeah, man, that's it. We're talking Shangri-La on Black Ops 1 for the 12th Minisode, I believe it is. Quickly catching up to where I left off, which is Mob of the Dead. As you know, we're doing the 0 to 20 challenge. No quick revive. Just seeing how long I can survive on each map. Trying to get to at least round 20, and then we hit round 20, and then I go till I either get bored or I die to some random shit. But yeah, man, that's it for this. That's what we're doing here. That is what we're doing here. Maybe it's because I was dog shit back in the day. But I don't really know why I didn't really see the beauty in this map, This map really does have some... I guess it's just not as appealing as other maps, like on Black Ops 1, like Moon or 5 or, Ascension or anything. It's not easy, which is what... at least I wanted back in the day. I'm sure most Zombies players, we weren't all that fleshed out in this game mode yet. So, I didn't care for Shangri-La, and neither did my friends really. We did the Easter egg back in the day. It took us multiple hours to do, just because, when you're new to the Easter eggs and shit, it's just, the steps take forever to learn. Like, there's so many puzzles you have to do and so much bullshit that goes into them. But that's it, man. We're gonna wrap up the intro here pretty quickly. I don't know if I'll have too much to say about Shangri-La. Not one of my favorites, but I did enjoy coming back to it, man. It's plus the Wonder Weapon, dude. The Wonder Weapon on this map is so good. Who could forget the 3179 JGB 215, otherwise known as the Baby Maker or the Baby Gun? Classic. We'll get into that later. Yeah, man, let's wrap up the intro and just fucking get into it, man. I don't want to be here that long. Let's go. So I'm playing and enjoying Call of the Dead up until the Annihilation map pack releases in the first Call of Duty Black Ops game, and with it, Shangri-La drops. And I don't know about you guys, but coming to Shangri-La from Call of the Dead, by the way, I don't know if you've listened to the episode, but I love that map. It's one of my highest rated maps. I think it's just so fucking brilliant, man. They really knocked that map out of the park. But after that masterpiece, we get Shangri-La, and at first I was pretty disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this was one of the Zombies maps. I loved most of the Zombies maps up until now. Even Shinonuma back in the day, just because we didn't have some of the intricate stuff we have now. But yeah, man, coming to Shangri-La from Call of the Dead was pretty rough, man. I just did not like this map at first, dude. It was way too hard. I know I was dog shit back in the day, and I still kind of am. But just traversing the mud on this map is just miserable, man. I'm sorry for saying man a lot, but this map does do some things well, it does some things well, but just side-by-side comparison, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, I would just much rather queue into Call of the Dead every single time. Although this map has, the Wonder Weapon on this map is way better than the Call of the Dead Wonder Weapons. Honestly, depends on who you ask, too. The Baby Maker is just... it just outclasses the Scavenger and the VR11 in every way, shape, and form, in my opinion. But that's really it, man. I'll talk about the lore a little bit in the beginning, so I don't have to later. Basically, the crew is teleported here from Call of the Dead. The Call of the Dead crew sends us here. And we are here to acquire the ancient focusing stone. I don't know exactly what it does or what Richtofen wants to do with it. Well, we know it's part of his grand scheme to take control of the zombies or whatever, so that's what we're doing here. That is why we are in the Himalayan mountains and the jungle at this legendary lost shrine, helping. We go into the eclipse or whatever, or we make the eclipse happen and help those two guys, Brock and Gary, those explorers, through their thing so they can give us the focusing stone. Don't know exactly how it works. It's all a bunch of time travel gobbledygook and shit like that. But yeah, that's really it for the lore. You can watch one of the other zombies YouTubers that gets into it on YouTube if you want to. But That's it for the lore, man. So you know how most other zombies maps have like a German name or a Japanese name? I was trying to look up what Shangri-La meant, and I guess it doesn't really exist as a definition of something, or it doesn't mean anything. It translates to like paradise or something like that. So I wish I could have some more info on you or on it there for you guys, but that's all I know, man. Shangri-La, paradise. And is it paradise when you're playing it? Ooh, that's to be decided. That's to be decided by the person. I actually enjoyed coming back to it, especially because now I wouldn't consider myself a veteran zombies player, but I've seen a lot of the mode. I've been playing it for a long time, and it was definitely a lot easier for me this time around. The hardest part is just surviving till Jug, right? So I guess I'll just go over what I did for my gameplay experience. I opened up the Jug. I bought Jug. I go for the box that happened to be on the same side. I can't remember exactly what I ended up getting, but basically I just hit the box. And that's why, dude, that's why I need to talk. That's why I halted the zombie series, man. I wish it was more fresh in my mind so I could talk about what I did on my run, because it happened a while ago. I just didn't, I don't want to play through these again just yet. So once we get to the Mob of the Dead, they'll be more authentic there. So sorry for that. But yeah, I just opened the box. I try to roll till I get the baby gun, get the ray gun, whatever I want. I think I ended up getting the ray gun first, so I just used that. Just survive. Open up everything. Open up the whole map, because there's really no good spot to stay on this map. Like, you really just kind of have to utilize whatever area. I trained around the left side area of spawn with the monkey bombs, the baby gun, and the ray gun, right? So that's what I did to survive. It's not ideal for points because wonder weapons suck for points, especially the ray gun. But once you have Jug, that's really all you got to do is just survive, right? So we did that. And then let me talk about the Pack-a-Punch process, I guess. And so in solo, there is a little square on the floor you have to stand on. There's 4 of them on the map, because on co-op, you have to have multiple people stand on these squares that are spread across the map to stop this little statue thing from spinning. And then in spawn, the staircase opens up and you have access to the Pack-a-Punch. Also, let me just talk about the power switches really quick. There's 2 power switches on this map, and then power's on. So it's a slightly different version of normal power. There's 2 switches. And it's like, okay, dude, very, very unique Treyarch. Way to go, guys. Knocked it out of the park with that change up of pace, So it's like, yeah, man, that's it. That's all Shangri-La really is, man. I guess I'll get into my likes and dislikes about it now. I mean, because what else do I say about this map? It's got like water slides to traverse the map to go to the other side. It's got a minecart on the other side to get to traverse the map. It's got these unique geysers that get you from underground to the top floor, which is pretty nice. But that's really it. The rest of the time, you're just running around a jungle or a cave, and that's pretty much the extent of this map. It looks fucking beautiful though, dude. Like, the jungle just looks so lush and foresty. The colors on this map. We're used to black and gray on Black Ops 1. A lot of the game is gray, but this map, you see a lot of greens, you see some blues, you see a lot of good color variation in this map, so that's nice to look at. But yeah, man, let's just get into the tight and closed chaos that is Shangri-La. I gotta talk about the wonder weapon first, man. The 3179 JGB215. I can't even forget that name if I tried. So iconic. Do you guys think we'll ever get a wonder weapon like this again? Like, it's just so unique. It's so silly, so comical. If you don't know what it does, you shoot it at a zombie. It turns them into a small child, like a small baby zombie, half their size, and then you run forward into them and you kick them. You punt them so far and they get insta-killed. So it's a very strong gun. Technically, it does 0 damage, but it is an infinite damage wonder weapon because you're just turning them small, and then your body is finishing off the kill. Not very practical in use, right? Because you have to run into a whole horde of zombies. So if you're red screened and you try to use this thing and kick small zombies, yeah, they do half the HP, or they do half the damage they normally do. I think they do half a hit worth of damage. It can be very, very risky to walk into a horde to try to take it out, especially if you're low on health. So it's very good, but it could certainly screw you over if you're not playing well with it. But yeah, man, I loved this wonder weapon back in the day. Still loved it to this day. It's so fun. It's sad it doesn't make an appearance on any other map, but I guess that's part of the charm of Shangri-La, right? So that's it, man. I love the baby gun. Love the baby gun. I like the fact that this map introduces 2 unique zombies, right? Up until this point, we've only had, like Nova Crawlers, Hellhounds, but now we get variations of the actual zombies themselves. We have the Shrieker zombie, which is a zombie that runs, it's like pale colored. It runs slightly faster than all the normal zombies. And if it gets in your face, it'll yell at you, it'll be a total Karen and yell at you. And then your screen gets all distorted, kind of like the Nova Crawler gas, which is kind of annoying. It's not the end of the world because this guy dies so fast. I don't think he harms other zombies, actually. He might, but I don't remember it being like that. And then there's the napalm zombie, right? The napalm zombie, he never runs. He's always slow. He has this menacing aura that when he spawns in, he's just like big dick walking at you, bro. Like, it's actually pretty intimidating. But yeah, he slow walks at you and he takes a bunch of bullets, right? He's a little tankier than a normal zombie. But when you kill him, he explodes, leaves a pool of fire. And what's cool about this guy is you can actually use him as like a pseudo fire trap. Take him across the bridge, blow him up first, and then you have a fire trap that all the zombies are going to die to, which is actually pretty cool, man. It offers a really, it's like a very different play style than normal. Like if there's a napalm zombie on the map, you can be like, okay, how can I manipulate these zombies so I don't have to waste all the ammo and they can just die to the fire, which is pretty cool, man. I don't much care for the Shrieker zombie, but I do like the napalm zombie. He is a welcomed, fun, just spice up to zombies in general, man. And I don't believe we ever see these 2 zombies ever again. This was unique to Shangri-La. If I'm wrong about that, roast me in the comments. Tell me I'm stupid and retarded. What else? I like so there is zombie monkeys on this map again, but they don't play like Ascension. They are unique to this map in the Himalayas, where they will come and steal your power up, right? So the zombies, if you're bad and you can't kill them, they will come take your power up, and you can chase them down to try to get it back, but it's going to change on you. So if you don't get the power up back, they'll just take it off the map and steal it from you. However, if you want, you can turn bad power-ups like Carpenters or double points late game if you don't need double points anymore. You can let them take it, and then the power-up changes as it's on their back and they're running. They're running away. Sorry, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Something stuck in my throat. Something stuck in my throat, dude. God damn. So as they're running away, as the little monkeys are running away, you can manipulate the power up to get max ammos and stuff, or like fire sales and stuff, right? I actually don't know if you can get fire sales, but I always used it for max ammo because max ammo is the GOAT, right? We always welcome more fucking more bullets for our guns, right? So yeah, you can manipulate the monkeys to get power up what you want, which is actually fucking cool. Because a lot of the time, max ammos are very useful, right? So it really feels like with that addition, as long as you can navigate around the zombies, you really have a good chance to survive a long time on this map, because ammo won't be an issue if you can do that, right? Another thing, let me mention the Easter egg song, right? So just like it is on Keynote or Toten, there's 3 little meteors around the map of 115 or whatever it is, Tunguska. I can't remember what it is. I think it's element 115 rocks. It plays Pareidalia, which is another Kevin Sherwood and Alina Siegman song. This one was okay. It's a little harder than the rest. I just like the other ones better. I don't think this is a bad song by any means. I just don't think the chorus is as catchy as like 115 or Beauty of Annihilation or any of the classics, but it's still good. It's still good. Let's talk about the fast travel this map has to offer within the water slide and the minecart. The minecart, it costs 250 points, and then it takes you across the map. It's a good escape tool, and that's all it really is, right? I mean, they're not much for at least I never used them for map traversal as much as I did as an escape, right? Me and my friends used to always camp across. We would camp at the one water slide near the mud pit. Is there 2 water slides on this map? I think there's only one in the minecart, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's only one. So we would camp by the water slide, and then when things got heated, we would take the water slide and run away. Same, you can do the same thing with the minecart. Camp around the minecart, things get hefty, things get crazy. Just take it and go away. And that's what I used it for. I know you can. I don't know. I just don't really. I mean, you're running around this map anyway, so I guess use it whenever, but. I like to use it as an escape tool. And then same with the geysers, right? So if you go underground, there's a couple geysers that you have to stand on for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and then they'll launch you upwards and get you on top of the first floor of the map, which is good. Just good. It just offers a good way to get up to the top fast. These are very, like if there's a whole horde close to you and you try to run away and use these, you might get fucked over, man. You really have to make sure there's some space between you and the zombies before you take these. Just to make sure you don't die, man, because they can certainly fuck you over because they do take a second to spawn. So what else is on this map? We have the Spike Moor, which is a claymore unique to Shangri-La that instead of shooting out explosives, it shoots out a bunch of spikes everywhere, which is good, I guess. I mean, I never really picked it up just because, I mean, I know it's essential for the Easter egg, which I'm not going to talk about. I don't really care to talk about the Easter egg. It's just, I didn't do it. I think it's a solo only Easter egg, if I'm not mistaken. A co-op only mode Easter egg. I don't think you can do this one solo without mods, and I'm not playing with mods, so I don't really care. Although the quest is pretty cool, man. Like going Eclipse is very cool, and then like the whole tone of the map shifts. It becomes nighttime. Well, not nighttime, but there's an eclipse, which is ironic we're talking about it now because there was a solar eclipse earlier this week on Monday, which is pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Very cool moment there that's synchronized with real life. So we see the return of all the perks we normally have, right? No new perks get added to this map. We just have the classic OG4 along with Deadshot, Stamina Up, and PhD Flop, which is good. So it makes the ray guns viable, makes the Mustangs and Sallys viable. The Law Launcher is viable if you want to use that piece of shit. I don't like to. I think it's terrible. Launchers just suck in zombies unless it's like the Helion Salvo from Black Ops 4, right? But that's it, man. Is there really any more to talk about? I like the fact that the Pack-a-Punch is pretty easy to open. Plus, it offers a cool camping spot for like a few seconds, right? It's not permanent because the water does come back down and push you off. But I remember sitting at the top of Pack-a-Punch with my friends. It was cool. It just sucks that it kicks you out, but I understand why, because that spot is actually kind of cracked. But that's really it, man. That's all my likes for this map. I really don't think this map is just kind of middle of the road in my opinion. It's hard, but it's like I don't really want to stay on it for the challenge just because it's just, I don't know, it's just not that fun to play to me. The baby gun is fun. Is the most fun on this map. I think that's the most fun this map has to offer is just using the baby gun and seeing all the small zombies get punted away. That's honestly, I love it. So yeah, let's talk about the dislikes, man. Let's talk about some dislikes. No unique perks. We added these perks in Ascension, and then that's it. We added one in Call of the Dead. This map does not see any new perks, which is unfortunate. The layout of this map is suffocating, man. It really feels like you can get caught on anything at any moment, especially that mud pit on the right side of spawn is just, oh man. Like, it's not like your typical mud in zombies where like in like Shinonuma or wherever where it like slows you down, but it's still like manageable to jump through. Like in this, you cannot jump at all, if I'm not mistaken. You can't jump at all, and you're slowed by like 90%, dude. Like, you move so slow. So if you are trying to outrun a horde and you jump in the mud pit, like, you better pray you have Mustang and Sally and Flop, or you have a ray gun, because you are not making it out with a bullet gun, especially on like a higher round. So yeah, the mud pit sucks. I get why it's there. This map is supposed to be suffocating. It's supposed to be claustrophobic. They want to just strangle you with tight space on this map, which is fine. It's fine. You know, it's okay to have the occasional hard map. I really don't mind that. The monkeys they could be bad. I feel like they're more good than they are bad, though, because you can manipulate the power up. But however, if there's a max ammo and you can't get to it right away, you know, you're just in like a situation where you can't pick it up, they could take it and fuck you over. But it's not too bad to deal with at the end of the day. So, you know, and then I guess I already mentioned it once, but just the baby gun is just not that practical for training, man. Like, because, you know, you can fuck yourself over. Won't get into it too much, but yeah, I already discussed it. You can fuck yourself over with this gun if you're not being careful with it. And you obviously just don't want to run into a giant horde of zombies. You know, it's just not ideal. It's just a challenging map, you know, and that's all. I mean, I really think that's all I have to say about it, man. This map is just, you know, it's just a green jungle that you run around on. There's no really... I mean, I know there's a high round strategy, guys. There is on every single zombies map. I know these guys figure it out like crazy. You know, the strat down to a T. But as a casual, I would consider myself like a casual hardcore, right? So I like to go high rounds until I get bored. But I just don't like to play the mode that long because there's no progression or anything, especially in the early games on Black Ops 1, right? Like, there's no real reason to just continue playing, I guess. But that's really with any game, I guess, right? I mean, people find it fun, so they play it longer. But Zombies has just gotten, like, stale to me at this point. Not stale, but, you know, I just don't really care to go super high rounds. I'd rather be playing, like, Overwatch or something else. But that's all. That's really it, man. I guess, what are we, about like 20 minutes in here? That's all I'm really gonna say about Shangri-La, guys. I mean, I'm gonna take a quick break here. Maybe take a quick pause, try to gather some thoughts, see if there's anything I missed, and then I'll come back and close it out. Okay. All right. Sit tight.